What I want to talk to you about today is how I went from that guy on the left to that guy on the right. First of all, okay, this is Clint Barr last year. As you can see, I've got a little bit of a different look. And it's been kind of a topic of conversation here this weekend, and so I thought I'd address this real quick. Back home, I started growing the beard in Mississippi before I left to Seattle, and people said, well, you're growing it out because you're moving to the Northwest because it's going to be cold? And I said, no, actually, I'm tired of getting carded at the movie theater, so, I'm trying a different look. But no, seriously, look, there's two very important reasons why I wanted to be up here on stage tonight, and neither of them have anything to do with winning. Of course, when I told my wife that, she was like, I don't think so. You're getting that vacation. So I guess with her blessing, I'm in it to win it as well. But seriously, the two reasons I wanted to come up here is, number one, I wanted to share my story. Because I know that where I was at is the same place where several of you are currently at or you've been. And I want to be able to inspire you to do something greater. And secondly, I just want to share my deep, heartfelt gratitude for NPE and how they not only helped me change my business, but my personal life as well. So a little history. Opened Raising the Bar Fitness on July 8th of 2008, which just so happened to be the exact same day as the first Deep Core class, which I was in. And of course, Deep Core worked brilliant for me. So brilliantly that I was the first Deep Core contest winner. So, shortly after that, NPE Gold Plus went through Auto Closer. Auto Closer runner-up. I'm going, hey, that was easy. Right? But what I didn't realize is that I had just stepped in quicksand and I would slowly begin sinking. See, from July to December of 2008, I'm just rocking everything NPE teaches. I'm doing weekly blog posts, emailing my house list, doing the print newsletter, e-newsletter, capturing leads, building the list, taking the clients through, the prospects through Auto Closer, wash, rinse, repeat. How many of you guys have heard that? Yeah, exactly. And so I've got my head down. I'm working hard. I look up, and it's January, and I go, uh-oh. See, because there's a problem. It's just me. I own a job. And this is when I started sinking. So let me take you through a typical day in my life. 3:30 in the morning, I wake up, shower, grab a quick breakfast, arrive at the studio at 4:30, answer the emails that I got the night before, prepare for my first client. From 5 a.m. to 7 p.m., I trained 15 to 16 clients straight through Monday through Friday. No breaks, no lunch, no workout, no downtime, no freedom. Get home about 7:30, eat dinner, sometimes, not all the time. Get on the computer, do some emails, write a blog post, whatever I had to do. Finally go to bed around 9:30, sleep 5.5, 6 hours, wash, rinse, repeat. But not the kind of wash, rinse, repeat you want to be doing. It doesn't stop there. Saturdays, I'd get up, train clients from 6 a.m. to noon, sometimes to 1 in the afternoon, and then I'd spend the entire afternoon going through clients' programs, making sure that they're up to date, what do they need to do, how are they going to get success, stay there until 5 o'clock in the evening on Saturday. Sunday, I use as my administrative catch-up day because I had no continuity. I had to find where the next dollar was coming in or get a client to renew. I was chasing my tail. I was running a race that I couldn't win. It was making my health suffer and my personal life struggle. From May to August of 2009, in 3 months, I went from 175 pounds to 155 pounds. And on my frame, you can't do that. Since opening the business, from July 2008, in 13 months, I lost 30 pounds. Now, some of that was due to an arthroscopic hip surgery that I had in April of 2009, which, by the way, I continued training the same schedule 3 days after my surgery while on crutches for 6 weeks because I could not put any weight on that one leg. But that wasn't the reason why. My poor health was due to the bad nutrition, lack of proper rest, and debilitating stress. We talked about integrity this weekend. How could I have any integrity? I wasn't even working out or eating right, and I was trying to teach my clients that. Let me just tell you, my marriage was on the rocks. And I'm not sitting here saying that my wife and I were fighting. In fact, we weren't communicating at all. We weren't even sleeping in the same room. It was so bad that she called the night before. She called the lawyer the night before to stop the papers from being filed for divorce. That's how bad it was. By August, September of 2009, I was ready to call it quits. Close the doors. Man, I don't want to do this anymore. And let me tell you, August, at that point in time, on that date, that was my best month ever. I did $12,600 that month, and my overhead at the time was like $3,000. So I'm netting $9,000 a month, and I want nothing to do with personal training ever again. But I had the perfect cop-out, right? Because Jennifer's supposed to relocate to Seattle in 10 months, so I'll just tell everybody, hey, I'm closing the business because I'm moving. No one will know that I'm a failure. I'm supporting my wife. But my saving grace was that I had already signed up for Mega Training in 2009. So I decided to hold off on my decision and go to Mega Training to see what I could do. I remember Sean sent a direct mail piece, and on this direct mail piece, he wrote a personal note that said, Clint, where are you? Well, Sean, now you know. And the truth is, I was too afraid to tell him. I didn't want to tell him the truth. I mean, after all, I'm the Deep Core Contest winner. I'm an auto closer runner-up. I'm supposed to be sitting on a beach somewhere sipping margaritas, right? But as I've learned, I was in a place where many fitness business owners find themselves. And listen, my business is extremely important to me, okay? I don't have any children, so this thing was like my child. I mean, I raised it from its infancy, took joy in its childhood years, nurtured it so it would grow, and in its adolescence became a total pain in my ass. Right? That's not a picture of me, by the way. The turning point was when I came to Mega Training, and I talked to Sean, as he told you. I told him about my situation. I said, Sean, is this even possible? He looked at me dead in the face and said, yes, we'll help you. And this is what I felt like. Like a weight just came off my shoulders. Like Sean reached down into that sand pit and pulled me up, just enough to get my head above the surface so that I could breathe again. And I got to work. And at Mega Training, I'm sitting there, case study after case study after case study, and I'm going, why didn't I do that? I'm just kicking myself. You see, because in 2008, I was at the luncheon, listened to everything, didn't pull the trigger because I was too scared of the cost and too scared of the commitment. And I knew it was what I needed, but I didn't do it. So I told myself, I'm applying and I'm getting in. Started off, duplicator, because the whole idea of having a business and you being 3,000 miles away is not possible without a staff. And I needed trustworthy people. I needed to know how to recruit and find these people. I needed to learn how to train them. I needed to learn how to interview. I didn't even know how to interview somebody. Duplicator did that for me. The next 9 months, from November to June, I thought I worked hard when I was working in the business. I was joining VIP so I didn't have to work as much. But you don't understand, I had so much non-structure in my business that I had to completely rebuild it from the inside. And I had to do it while making it appear to my clients and prospects that everything was a well-oiled machine so that I could continue to generate revenue and pay the bills. So with Camelia's help, added a small group component. We went through Commander and created a marketing calendar. And at this point, this is the first time I ever created goals or had a vision or anything. And I'll tell you, Camelia had to cure me of shiny object syndrome. I was like, ooh, let's do this. Ooh, let's do that. Let's do this. And she said, whoa, what is your goal? She had to bring me back into focus, and that's what she does very well. Used Project Manager Pro to manage it all and put it all together. And of course, I implemented and leveraged technology as much as I could to help me manage my business. And let me tell you about the result. I have a staff of individuals that absolutely love working at Raising the Bar Fitness and want to see Raising the Bar Fitness become the community leader in the fitness industry in our area. They're awesome, awesome people. We added a boot camp that added an additional $22,000 to my bottom line. And that's not counting the nutrition sales and the upsells to personal training, private one-on-one with some of these ladies. I Am Rainmaker, as you heard me earlier today, increased my lead generation by 400%. Easy Operator controls all the scheduling, does my payroll, all my reports. And I want to point something out. That is a screenshot from my Easy Operator system. September 2010 was our best month ever. We did $22,000 in gross sales. Never done $20,000 to this point, and we did it without me being there. Of course, Duplicator 2.0 helps me manage and do all this stuff. from where I'm at. The results, if we look at it quarterly, I improved every quarter from the previous year, and I've improved every quarter this year. We're looking to double our gross income from the year before. The effect that NPE VIP has had on my business, the bottom line, life-changing. If you look at 2008, when I was supposed to join VIP and didn't, and October 2009 to now when I was VIP, 60% increase in gross sales. And when I say life-changing, let me take you through a day in my life now. I wake up at 4:30 a.m. because I want to, not because I have to. Feed my dogs, make some coffee, and I spend the first hour of my day in my devotional reading and my quiet prayer time. It's the most important part of my life now. And I'm absolutely blessed to have that and that ability to do that. 5:30 a.m., I call the studio, because remember, they're 2 hours ahead of me. Get the morning boot camp attendance, cover training day ahead, check my emails, go over deposits, review the month. 7 a.m., look at me, I get to work out now. I'm a fitness professional and I actually work out. Imagine that. 8 a.m., I grab some breakfast, check the scores, grab a shower. From 9 a.m. to noon, I work my calendar. That's my commander goals there. I had to chop the top off so it would fit, but it works. The other thing I get to do is I get to attend all the VIP trainings, which I wasn't able to do before because I was so deep in my business and working in the business and not able to make myself better and invest in myself. After lunch, I'll make some phone calls to clients to maintain that client relation, see how things are going. Place one final call in the afternoon to the studio, recap the day, and prepare for tomorrow. By 3 p.m. on a bad day, I'm done. That gives me the chance to go and take my dogs for walks around Lake Washington. Jordan's the Golden Retriever, and Sydney is the Great Dane. Yes, she's wearing a sweater. She doesn't have any body fat, so she's cold up there. Take the light rail down to Pikes Place Market, because I'm not going to live in a city this cool ever again. I mean, Jackson versus Seattle is a huge difference. And I'm planning on doing a lot of snowboarding this winter, at least 3-4 times a week. The point of this is that I have the freedom to do what I want to do. I was able to go to my family reunion this year, first one I'd been to in 14 years, and I met my nephews for the very first time. I was able to go to my youngest brother's wedding, spend time with friends and families over the holidays. I just get to do the things I want to do. A year ago, I couldn't say that because I felt like nobody can do what I do. Nobody can train my clients the way I train my clients. That's not possible. I was totally crippled by fear, defeated by stress, fatigued about everything in my business, and my personal life was coming apart. But in a crucial moment, I made a decision. I sucked up my pride and I asked for help. Took a leap of faith, rolled up my sleeves, and got to work to fix the problems at the core of my business. The result from that? I'm standing here today in front of you. I'm more at peace with myself. The relationship with my wife is better than it's ever been. And my business is healthier than ever thanks to the systems, coaching, and tools provided by NPE. So what's next? Member of the Year? That would be an honor. I can't tell you. I mean, these people that are sitting up here that I'm privileged to share this stage with today, it'd be an absolute honor to be named Member of the Year. But really why I'm here is because I want you. I want you to strive for the place where you are now to be at the place where you want to be. Leave fear behind. Okay? Don't be afraid to ask for help. There are people sitting in this room, particularly those people sitting in the back table that are ready and willing to help you. All right? I'm here now, and I know one thing. I want to get to that place where I want to be. I want to be where Tony Maslin's at. I want to be where Hud Allred's at. I want to be where Jeff T's at. I want to be where these 5 individuals that I'm sharing the stage with today are at. All I want to know, who's coming with me? Thank you.